the way he's just kind of, I don't know, like I was gonna say like a goof, like the little silly stuff he's doing. I think in a long NBA season, that can keep people engaged and on the same line. And I'm not trying to take a shot, but it just feels so different than what's happening.
Having a blast.
Oh yeah.
And the vibe from there, like
he has no burner account.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but even the burner accounts aside, just like the body language vibe.
I've watched them. It's just.
And he's averaging 12.9 shots a game this month, the lowest ever for his entire career in a month.
Oh yeah, probably by a decent amount. Yeah.
Yeah, because the other months are like 4 games, or but for a full month, he's probably never come close to this.
Number 1 took huge favorites against number 16 Seattle. They were down at half and only won by 6. It's not a good sign. Here's Nba2k.
Featuring the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We keep on going
Set to bring you I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony Corson. On our sidelines tonight, reporting Allie LaForce.
There's
got the game going here with the first basket for the Timberwolves.
Here's the one teams that had nail biters in the 16s. And what do they all have in common? None of them won the title. None of them made the title game. Only one made the final 4 that finished 89 fighting the line.
Minnesota takes possession.
And it ain't great. It's in the last 10 years, the only team to trail by double digits in the second half against the 16 seed was the Virginia team that lost. You know what I mean? To the 16 seed. And
once he
so
has the positioning he wants, he's ready for the big finish. Julius Randle throwing it down.
Tournament has changed over the years. One thing that has been consistent throughout is 1 versus 16 is a bop. And it was not for you guys. And it wasn't just like Siena got out 20-2 and Duke was fighting back. Siena was the better team for the first 30 minutes and then had the back-to-back missed dunks and it kind of unraveled on. But yeah, I'd be worried.
Yeah, and look, you already had a couple
And once he got to the 10,
practice. And I mean, when I look at now, Nick, I know you're feeling good about St. John's. This game, if they face Duke in the Sweet 16. If they don't get St. John's, assuming they get there, they got Kansas. So that could, Kansas with Darren Peterson and with him kind of fitting in with everybody playing consistently, probably better than who knows where they can go. Right. And then you got Michigan State and UConn. And so it's just, to me, they need to win great in their next game. And maybe get that out of their mind. So, edge on UConn. You're going to edge on UConn.
The Timberwolves with a quick start to this game.
They are favored by 12 and a half.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain
possession. Even if they win by double digits, if this is not an easy victory,
and just
I'm going to change my
You're
not allowed.
Like it's no big deal. Like, you know what? I'm changing. We did our final four.
I will have new information on Duke that they are not ready. They're not ready. Cam Boozer said, we thought we were going to watch the moment.
I thought they were going to give us the game. Oh.
What are you talking about?
He was just saying what he thought he was saying.
Okay. Malik Brown. A lot of us weren't playing our type of basketball. Like I said, we thought it was going to be a cakewalk going into the game. What type of preparation do we have? Is there a speech in the locker room? Hey guys, get out, break the sweat. What's going on? I'll let him know that. The Hurley squad. We're locked in.
No, we're screaming at people. But right now, as of now, I have Duke and UConn. No, in the Elite Eight. Yeah.
But I will switch it out, dude. Because then I've been on them for months. I've been on you. If Duke doesn't take care of the horn dog that they retain, can I
What the fuck I'll be on a blast? Yeah! Trash.
Our time when a PR. Yeah, you're right. That's the best thing I've ever had. Well, I love that.
I'm very happy for the players, and I'm sad they didn't win, but I hope there's just
But they rooted.
Jerry McNamara should go. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Syracuse just got turned down by a coach. Like, I don't know what's happened to a once very proud basketball program that obviously is my alma mater. Jerry McNamara, go back to Hughes. Return us to glory, please.
That would be cool.
It'd be awesome.
I always get a little bit nervous that eventually you have to let him
go. Still, he's at CNN. It would be a huge jump for him.
Syracuse would have to go.
He's saying
no. It's just like the accusers.
We got this old mattress.
And the receipt.
How about you beat it with a better deal on one of these fresh setups? We can't do that.
Verizon does. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill for a better deal.
You're not as cool as Verizon.
I'm just gonna leave it.
Charleston service business owners, if you want to dominate in 2026, then hear me out. I see so many talented, incredible owners doing incredible work, but nobody in Charleston knows who they are, and that's why their growth stays stuck. That's why I built the Local Growth Playbook, a system using targeted local ads to make you the #1 choice in the Low Country. I will help you film, script, and launch the content you need, then coach you step by step on how to use the ads to make sure that you have qualified leads coming in every day. This playbook helped my client Bob close the lead his first day into his program. It helped John Henry have record months with customer returning, and Tom secure a tenant for his rental business. This isn't luck. This strategy has helped hundreds of service business owners transform the way they attract clients. You don't need to go viral or post every day. You just need a system to put you in front of the right people 24/7. So if you're serious about growing your business in 2026, then give me a follow and I'll send you a breakdown to show you exactly how it works.
Burrow and OBJ were at practice, a little LSU connection. Brady and Gronk were back at it, even though he was observing.
So here's the thing about Gronk going 9th in the draft, and
thanks for being with us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports.
Yeah.
I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
I think that when Team USA has the ball, their flag football to make the moves is going to be.
Y'all niggas think y'all on the defensive shit for real, huh?
But I think
I got something for you.
one tip pass, one anything. I just think Team USA, the NFL guys
play right there. That's
100%.
We're going to do what we do. Now we on you, boy. Oh, shit. Okay, I like that little fader.
So I think that they were
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
maybe.
So it's San Antonio now, following the 3 by Oklahoma City.
You gotta go low after. There's an argument that Gronk is too big.
I think yards after that are going to be at a minimum for the Colts. I just think 30 yards with Gronk standing there.
You know what the fuck is pop? You know it's pop.
It's going to be interesting.
You know how? Okay, don't make me find out you got that thing now. Don't make me find out now, shawty.
We could not stop.
Yeah, that's what it was just,
Hail Marys and they just got bullied.
Yeah, that's why I think they stopped.
Oh shit.
No.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Vassell's shot is good.
Winner espresso. WBC is auctioning Italy's espresso machine for charity. Tweeting, just so everyone knows, the proceeds from this will be going to Southwest Office of Research. So there you go. Ramsey's current bid neck is $32.90.
What the fuck is stop? You know what the fuck I ain't with me, nigga. I'm a farmer, nigga. I'm a farmer.
Really? I did 30. Was it 32.50?
Yeah.
This doesn't end until Monday.
That's a guy.
I have another I will contribute.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Stuff for the show.
Non-credit, trade line supply company, the leaders.
That I want to farmer, nigga.
One seasoned authorized user.
That I want to want to farm.
We made by trade line.
What is going on, guys? It is WrestleMania here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including that WWE jobs are at risk. WWE has finally found the big secret that's selling tickets. John Cena teases a new role in WWE. Rhea Ripley calls out those who are body shaming her. Is Ronda Rousey actually all elite? Rikishi hits back at CM Punk. El Grande Americano's identity was almost shown. Seth Rollins about his WWE future and much more. Ryan Reputation Belt for daily wrestling videos on Facebook. Now it's the intro and get straight into our first story.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. San Antonio moving the ball around. Here's Fox.
Now that story looks at WWE jobs are at risk. Now the story today looks at growing concerns surrounding WWE's international schedule, particularly with how rising global tensions could affect upcoming events in Saudi Arabia. During the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer addressed the situation and explained that if things escalate into a full conflict, WWE simply won't be able to move forward with those shows. This creates a complicated position for the company, especially since WWE, as a publicly traded business, has already factored in a significant amount of revenue. Both WWE and UFC rely heavily on revenue from the Middle East, meaning that any disruption could lead to substantial financial loss. He added that in situations like this, the pressure to maintain profit margins increases, and that could have direct consequences for jobs, as companies often look for ways to offset major financial gaps when revenue takes a hit. Meltzer also made it clear that WWE is in a position to predict how the situation will unfold, and will likely wait until the last possible moment before making any calls on scheduled events such as Night of Champions. And now everything remains uncertain, but if these shows don't go ahead, the impact could stretch far beyond scheduling, potentially affecting WWE's financial structure and even putting parts of its workforce at risk moving forward. Next up, John Cena teases a new role within WWE. Now, as we all know, John Cena retired last December. Distance himself from WWE. That was his last ever match. However, he may have a new role within the company, speaking at MegaCon Orlando and working diligently to try and figure out my next path as contributing useful member of WWE. I think might crack the code. And I think we have something. If the stars align and everybody signs off, I'll be a whole lot more integrated into the system. And I'm very excited about the road ahead. And I'll just cross my fingers that it works. Interesting use of the words crack the code. However, is this hinting at Cena becoming a new member on the board at TKO? Is he going to be looking for talent just like AJ Styles is doing? Or is he looking at a producer role? What do you guys think that Cena will be doing? Let us know in the comments down below. Next up, WWE has finally found the secret to selling tickets. And there's been a notable update on WWE ticket sales, and once again it shows just how powerful Stone Cold Steve Austin's name still is, even after years of his prime. As we all know, March 16th, this Monday, marked 316 Day, and WWE celebrates the occasion by offering a special discount, and these specials included merchandise, t-shirts, and for the first time ever, tickets. Yes, WWE has finally found that big secret in order to start selling tickets, and introduced a 31.6% discount on selected shows. This covered various house shows, television events, and even WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas.
According to The Observer, shockingly, this made a surge in ticket sales, as WWE moved over 1,000 tickets for house shows across the country. Well, the biggest story, however, involved WrestleMania. Reported that the company sold around 2,000 tickets across both nights. Comes after earlier concerns about ticket sales trailing behind last year. The gap is now starting to close, with current estimates placing WrestleMania attendance at around 40,000 per night. There's still time left to build toward a full house. While Steve Austin's brand continues to deliver results and move numbers for WWE, it seems like they finally found that big old secret of moving tickets. Just counting them, making them at lower prices. Shocking how WWE didn't think of this earlier. Have WWE now finally found out that tickets won't move at high prices? Next up, the real identity of El Grande Americano almost happened. El Grande Americano, presumably portrayed by Louis Kaiser, was set to receive the prestigious Raider Race Award after his major victory this previous week. After delivering an emotional message to the crowd, things quickly took a turn. The celebration was interrupted by AAA Mega Champion Dominic Mysterio, and the distraction allowed the original El Grande Americano to launch a sudden attack and striking from behind. He then attempted to rip the other El Grande Americano's mask off, a move that would have exposed his identity and completely changed the direction of the storyline. However, just before the unmasking could happen, Los Americanos rushed in and stopped him just in time. With both sides claiming to be the true El Grande Americano, the question now is, do WWE and AAA go all the way with a mask versus mask match, or take a different route to settle this feud? Next up, Rollins takes a dig at CM Punk and blasts Roman Reigns' part-time run. There's been a strong reaction from Seth Rollins regarding CM Punk and Roman Reigns potentially closing night 2 of WrestleMania 42. During a recent interview with the Boston Herald, Rollins made it clear that he's not happy about the situation, especially considering how much the World Heavyweight Championship means to him. But he also pointed out the irony of it all, with his biggest rival now heading into WrestleMania as champion. It is bittersweet that I'm not the one taking it into the main event of WrestleMania. It's actually my most hated rival, CM Punk against Roman Reigns. The irony is not lost to me. Rollins also addressed the criticism surrounding the World Heavyweight Championship, particularly comments made by Roman Reigns. I'm extremely proud that, in all likelihood, the World Heavyweight Championship is going to be featured as the main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania, which in my opinion is the true main event of WrestleMania. Roman talked down about it as if it were a second-tier title when it was introduced. So did a lot of other people. I felt it was extremely important that our World Championship was monopolized by a guy who wasn't going to be there enough to help elevate the talent of that title. And that's right. He took a hard-time schedule, and he's earned the right. But when CM Punk and Roman Reigns hit it...
Rebound by San Antonio. To the inside. Here's Barnes. Outside for Wembanyama. San Antonio again can't hit. Outside, SGA. Rebounded by Fox. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Pass to Barnes. And he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on.
Match on the biggest stage, the focus isn't just on the match itself, but it's also on the legacy of the World Heavyweight Championship and what it will represent moving forward. Next up, Rikishi is not happy with CM Punk. The backlash continues to build around CM Punk's Raw promo, where he referenced Roman Reigns' late father, Sika Anawaki. During the segment, Punk claimed that he would bury Reigns next to his father as part of the WrestleMania 42 build. It quickly drew criticism from across the rest of the world, especially the bloodline. Jey Uso demanded an apology, while Zilla Fatu stated that he had full respect for CM Punk and said that he would slap him the next time he sees him. But now Rikishi also addressed the situation, speaking on his Off the Top Rope podcast. The real-life bloodline member was not happy with CM Punk.
Outside Johnson. Fox outside.
By seeing Punk bringing up my uncle's name.
It's stolen by SGA.
Was this a disrespectful thing?
It falls, and now he's 10 of 15 shooting. Nice work.
I'll tell you, that jumper from Gildas Alexander is so and under control.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
If you try to get up underneath our skin, if you tried to get up underneath the family skin, when you got up underneath this one, man, because I had nothing but respect for CM Punk. He's done a lot in the industry. You've been around the world. You've been holding that strap there for a minute. You've been that good robot. But when you mention a name of a family member that is no longer here, a paramount chief in this family, who we all
And just over
respect
3.5 minutes played here in the
love,
second quarter.
and then you wanna
Here's McLaughlin.
dig that up.
Left side,
What was it
Wembanyama.
for you to kiss me?
Vassell outside.
Is that what it was?
5 on the clock.
Hey, you smarter than that. But I want to tell you something to you.
It's going to go on Lou Dort.
You're going to turn something over that is going to be hard for you to come back
was
from.
moving at the point of contact.
And I'm going to leave that in the hands of Roman
Three
Reigns.
from Wembanyama.
No
San
problem.
Antonio again missing.
With multiple members of the Anawaki family now speaking out, the situation is clearly turned personal heading into WrestleMania 42. Has this gone too far, or will it add even more intensity to the rivalry? Next up is Ronda Rousey, All Elite. Now there's been a major update on Ronda Rousey following her shocking appearance at AEW Revolution. Remember that quickly became one of the most talked about stories in wrestling. According to Shaw Ross Sacrifice for Select, there has been a strong internal curiosity within AEW about Rousey's status. However, every source has indicated that she's not signed a contract with the company, despite the buzz surrounding her appearance. And further clarity came from Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer news collector, who noted that the segment was always intended to be a one-off rather than the start of a long-term storyline. Behind the scenes, Rousey's involvement may have been more personal and business related, but she reportedly lives near LA and she has a good relationship with AEW President Tony Khan, which helped make the appearance possible. But there also may be a deeper reason behind the move, as it was reported to the Observer that a source close to the situation claimed that Rousey's decision was partly driven by a vendetta against TKO, the parent company of both WWE and UFC. She has reportedly been in negotiations with TKO for over a year, but talks broke down after changes were made to the compensation structure for her and Gia Carano, with the belief that TKO assumed that she had no other viable options. Instead, Rousey moved in a different direction, allowing the Jake Paul's MVP promotion for her next fight, which is now expected to stream on Netflix. As for WWE, the report states that officials were not pleased with Rousey's AEW appearance, viewing it more as an annoyance than anything else. With that in mind, the question is now, was this truly a one-off, or could this open the door for something bigger down the line? Next up, Seth Rollins opens up about his WWE future. Seth Rollins is expected to step into a major WrestleMania clash against Braun Breaker, but that match is currently up in the air with no clear update on Breaker's return from injury. While the situation around his opponent remains unclear, Rollins knows his in-ring career won't last forever. Speaking on the Boston Herald, he opened up about his future and return of fans. He mentioned, I'm closer to the end of my career than the beginning, but I still feel like I have a lot to give. I'm excited to be able to do that as we march forward to WrestleMania. That's a rare moment of honesty from Rollins, who continues to perform at the highest level, even if he begins to acknowledge that the end of being not too far away. Next up, Rhea Ripley fires back at body-shaming fans. The WWE superstars put their bodies on the line every single week. This doesn't stop some fans from targeting them with body-shaming comments. Former WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley has dealt with repeated criticism over her appearance throughout her career. It's been an ongoing issue for Ripley, with fans calling her out for different reasons over the years. In a recent post on X, the Eradicator responded directly to those comments, making it clear that people don't understand what she's going through personally or mentally. She also challenged those fans to post their own photos for the world to see, and then see what people have to say about them. Too manly, too bulky, too muscly, too much sex appeal, too lean and skinny. Comical, really. One, you know nothing about me, what's going on in my life, or my mental. Two, post a picture of yourself. You won't. Ripley's response gained a lot of support online, with many fans backing up. One fan replied, "You're a very beautiful person, both inside and out, loved by millions. I hope you know that." With continued support from fans, the situation once again highlights the ongoing issue of online criticism and wrestling. But will the side this find the need to change, or is this cycle set to continue? Next up, AEW faces backlash over a Tony Storm t-shirt. But AEW is facing serious backlash, and this time it's not about what happened on Dynamite, it's what about what followed. Tony Storm was written off television in a violent backstage segment before Dynamite, and AEW leaned into the storyline by releasing a Who Killed Tony Storm t-shirt, which was laid out in a pool of blood. Now the idea was to push a whodunit mystery, but fans were not on board. Almost immediately after the shirt surfaced online, reactions started pouring in on social media, many questioning how something like this was even approved.
One fan didn't even hold back, saying AEW's merch department has to be absolutely stupid to put something like this out. Another fan referenced past controversy, pointing to the backlash AEW faced in 2023 over Britt Baker's t-shirt, which was accused of promoting domestic violence, and suggesting that the company should have learned from that situation. Had AEW crossed the line here, or is this just part of pushing the edgy storyline? Finally, Charles Robinson goes viral. Our final struggle that's had a viral moment making the rounds on X, drawing attention to the dedication of longtime WWE referee Charles Robinson. How shows Robinson continues working while wearing a walking boot, reportedly helping to set up the ring despite dealing with a major injury. During the clip, he's heard saying, "Gotta make money, man." Robinson has been a familiar face in pro wrestling for decades and is widely respected for his consistency and professionalism inside and outside of the ring. While referees rarely get the spotlight, moments like this just highlight the physical demands placed on everyone in the industry, not just wrestlers themselves. But there you have it, folks. For all this news, stories, and rumors you need to know, be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.
Here's Fox. Oh, a special move before that shot. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter. When guys are moving the ball,
Patrick Beverly broke down how co-host and people that he put on and gave an opportunity to snake them out, starve them out, get him dirty for his own show, took his show right from under him, man. To be fair, Pat Bev is not completely blameless in the situation. He does have some accountability that he needs to take, because if he didn't make the mistakes that he made, they
bitch ass nigga wrong. What happened to that nigga?
So a couple of months ago, Pat Bev was arrested on some pretty serious charges, and because of these charges, he had to take a step back from the show.
Well, a former Houston Rockets player is speaking out tonight after his arrest in Fort Bend County. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Daniela Guzman. Keith Garvin is off. Patrick Beverly was arrested at his home early this morning. He's charged with assault, family violence, and violating a household member. KPRC News reporter Chloe Field joining us now live about why Beverly's attorney says his arrest is a big misunderstanding.
No time at all to get that one.
Daniela, Patrick Beverly's attorney sent us a statement saying that he was defending his little sister at the time of that incident. Beverly is also cautioning the public about these allegations. Hours after bonding out of jail, Patrick Beverly posted on X saying, "Please don't believe everything you see on the internet. If all is well, love." Fort Bend County deputies showed up to the former Rockets player's home before 4 a.m. Deputies say a situation transpired between family members, leading to a family violence incident. He was arrested and later paid his $40,000 bond. Details about the crime are not clear. Beverly's attorney released a statement saying his heart, he cares deeply about his little sister, a young lady, a minor. Given that we unexpectedly found her alone in the home with an 18-year-old man in the middle of the night, he was understandably concerned as any brother would be about his sister. However, we don't believe what followed happened the way it's been described, and we look forward to the opportunity to address that in court. And Beverly's attorney adds that he does not have a criminal record. This is an ongoing investigation, and we will keep you updated.
They're also accusing him of putting his hands on his sister when he found her in the house with the 18-year-old. Now, the sister, I believe, put out her side of things, or the police apparently put out the sister's side of things because they talked to her, and they claimed that Patrick didn't walk in on them, that she was hanging out with the dude earlier today. Patrick heard about it, he came home from out of town, and he did what he did to her. So that was the accusation, okay? And shortly afterwards, Dave Portnoy came out because Patrick Beverly, his podcast was independent at some point. It was independent, but he signed over to Barstool shortly before his incident. So once the incident happened, Dave Portnoy had the power to tell Patrick Beverly that he can't really come back on the podcast until the court case is over.
Yeah, no, obviously, horrific police report. I don't, no matter how bad, whatever it is, I saw Rome's speech on it, I thought it was good. Like, that's his life. And he's going to figure all this out. It's horrible. He
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're taking time, force time away from Barstool, and we'll see if this turns out somehow not true. Like, we'll let the facts play out. Certainly with what is hanging there, we can't have them be part of what we're doing right now, and we got to see how it settles. This is horrible, how it read, and if there's any truth to it, he won't be back.
So you wait till like the trial almost?
Yes. Like, there's no reason on my end to move unusually quick here. No. It's like a very serious issue. So before the police report came out, he was still in the pod, still do it. He had his version of events. The police report comes out. Call him. Hey, like, just saw his police report. We can't be working with you right now. Figure out your life. Figure out whatever's going on in here, and we will regroup with a resolution on whatever this is. That's kind of.
Just so you guys have more history on this podcast, it started off as a Patrick Beverly podcast with Raw. Pat Bev was giving this kid Raw, who's a relatively nobody, who nobody knows. Pat Bev put him on a show with. And already built audience with Pat Bev is already
mad guests that don't even know this thing. Mad guests.
Now when Barstool stepped in, they changed the name of the show to Hoopin' and Holler.
What do you think when Karl Malone gets included on teams like this?
I like it. I mean, I think he's top 20 greatest player to play.
You think Karl Malone is? But what about his off the court stuff? You know, does that factor in at all?
I really don't know a lot of off the court stuff about Karl Malone.
He got a 13-year-old pregnant. Timeout? You need a timeout? A 30-second?
No, fool. Well, I need a fucking full timeout. You wait a second. I have a question. When you said 13-year-old pregnant, was he 16?
I think it was a grown-up. Let's check. He was 20, and he got a 13-year-old pregnant. That doesn't seem cool to me.
TurboTax gets your refund fast. Like, really fast. Get your refund up to 5 days earlier than the IRS. Now this is Texas.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Thunder leading by 23.
All right, this one was good. Let's hop in. Oh, wait, this is
Alexander from outside.
Super high. Live auction bidding. Go give it a try.
Now Bryant. And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for the 8 seconds.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back
to this game, once they moved the show to Barstool, Pat Bev was able to give Rome a big check. Rome was able to get paid to be a podcast now. Pat Bev will also bring in one of his homies, Jason Williams, who is an NBA OG. Jason Williams was on another podcast called The OG. That was affiliate, by the way. Like, that podcast was doing like 10,000 views a week, and they canceled it. They stopped doing it. They just stopped doing it. So Pat Bev brought on Jason Williams to his podcast. First episode did crazy numbers. Second episode, crazy numbers. I say that to say Pat Bev was kind of confused why he would be off his own show or why the show was continuing out of. But nonetheless, Pat was confident in his guys because he put those guys in place. He put Rome in place. Nobody knew who Rome was.
And they call the 8-second violation.
I'm going to take care of. So Pat, the Chargers got